welcome back from that break. This is still the AM Club coming to you live from the MX24 studios, only on the streets. He's Legona Kragana. My name is Miriam Udwa Comensa. Lifestyle Daily segment is where we're at right now. Well, but today's Tuesday, right? Hey, what's so early? Ah, man, January, man. You know, at this point, do better. Okay, do better with yourself. Well, we're going to get into a very important conversation: cervical cancer, and my friends from Airport Women's Hospital, they told me that Mimi, the 1st of January, you have to come by the hospital to do your yearly review, right? Checkups. Today is the 10th. Hey, today's what? 20th. I'm backtracking. Today's the 20th, and I've still not gone to do it. I don't think it's nice. Doc Rich, it's not good. Right after here, I have to come. You know, I was saying it earlier. Yeah, because even me, I don't feel good. I woke up this morning craving chocolate. It's not me. It's not who I am. So clearly, there's something medically wrong. Both medically and mentally wrong. We need to fix it. So right from here, I'm going to Airport Women's Hospital to get myself checked. But yes, we're joined by Elom Segbeji Rich. She is a medical doctor, Airport Women's Hospital. And Vivian Addy, Marketing Department, Airport Women's Hospital. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
We're good. Awesome. It's good to be here. We're talking the cervical cancer campaign, an initiative, by Airport Women's Hospital. Let's talk about it. Doc, let me start from you. Cervical cancer has maybe in the past 2 to 3 years become part of the cancers we're beginning to throw light on. I'm saying 2 to 3 years because that's what I've noticed in the past. Because there used to be breast cancer a lot. Now we notice that they're introducing cervical cancer awareness into the conversation of cancers that really bother women, and so I mean, exciting to know. But how far have we come in terms of education, educating people about it? And do you think we're making some, significant impacts?
Okay. Good morning to you once again, and good morning to your viewers. Thank you for having me here. Yes, over the past years, in previous times, we used to talk about breast cancer all the time.
Yeah.
But cervical cancer is also a very important cancer that we think that all women should know about and get screened for so that we don't get the cancers.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in the past, we weren't doing much in terms of educating the public. Lots of people didn't know much about the disease. But as you said, over the past about 5 years now,
Yeah.
we've been going around in media rounds talking about the disease. And yes, we've seen some progress. More people are knowing about it. More people are coming to the hospitals to get tested. And we are making some improvement.
Some improvement.
Even with the recent government's initiative, the introduction of the HPV vaccine,
Yes.
we also talked about cervical cancer around that time, which was just about 3 months ago. So we are seeing some improvements.
Talking about the HPV vaccine, where are we right now? Has the price been reduced? What really did the government do in that area?
So with the HPV vaccine, the government's initiative was to vaccinate all young girls from the age of 9 to 14. So if you fall within this age group, government was vaccinating free of charge.
Free of charge.
Although the vaccines have been around for years, the government's initiative was to make it free for children within this age group, females specifically, 9 to 14. So they did a pilot, I think previous years ago. They've even followed up those patients over the years to make sure that the vaccine is safe in our parts of the world before even introducing this new one.
Yeah.
So, as I said, 3 months ago, they gave the vaccines to 9 to 14 years. They did it for a week. But if you go to government facilities or even private, here at Airport Women, we give it. Once you are between the ages of 9 to 14, you get the vaccine for free.
14 now.
But
I just turned 14.
but if you are over this age group and you still want to get the vaccine, it's available, but you have to pay for it.
And how much are we looking at?
Costly. I'm not sure of the price.
Of the prices,
Yes,
just
yes.
yet.
But it's a
Yeah.
bit
So
costly.
one of the reasons I remember a year ago when we came up with the conversation on cervical cancer, one of the concerns that we got from our viewers was the HPV vaccine was expensive. Someone gave us statistics. If I do remember, it was around 1,000 to 2,000 Ghana cedis. And I mean, let's be very, very honest and fair with ourselves. Many young women who are, they don't have money, but they are sexually active. I'm sorry. Cannot afford that. So it's become one of the reasons why we're seeing, the numbers in the cervical cancer cases, rise, because the people who are at risk don't have the money to go and either screen, or I mean, I think screening is not even that expensive,
Yes.
but get the HPV vaccine. What are we doing at Airport Women Hospital to make sure that at least the vaccine is taking, so to prevent the virus from even entering the body in the first place?
At Airport Women's Hospital, we have the vaccines available. So that's what we are doing currently, educating people about the importance of getting the vaccine and doing regular screening so that we can pick up the precancerous lesions early and then prevent the patients from getting the cervical cancer.
Sure.
That's basically
What you're doing.
Educating and then making you know that the vaccines are available and then you should come for it.
We've not done anything about the prices yet.
About
yet,
the prices.
We'll do it one day. We'll do it one day. Not yet, but we'll do it one day. Campaign rollout for 2026 is what exactly?
Okay. So I think
you want to let her speak on that, okay?
Well, it's not much of a campaign, but we are just saying as an awareness,
Okay.
and January in general is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Okay. So we are basically telling the public, and as Airport Women's Hospital, as a women hospital, we are saying we are ready for all women from the ages you mentioned who are qualified, who are supposed to come. Like you said, if you are sexually active and all that, as a woman from the ages of 14 and above, you should come get checked, check, and come and get yourself checked. Come and know your status. Know whether you are to go further, or you at which stage, whichever stage you are.
Yeah.
As Airport Women's Hospital, we are saying we are ready for you to take you through the stages as well to get you to your healing point.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. What has been the response so far, and what's the strategy to propagate this agenda? Because again, it is. I'm going to try to mention it again, that it's a campaign because we believe that just even sitting at one place just talking about it, it's loud enough. However, we're here on television. We're going to be going on other platforms to talk about it. Now, you have said that it's your reason for this campaign is to catch the signs early, know the symptoms, and act fast. At what stage, Doc, would you say this is a hopeless case? This cervical cancer stage you're at is hopeless. We cannot do anything. God will be the one to help.
Okay. So I don't know if your viewers already know what cervical cancer is, so I'll just briefly talk about that.
Yes.
So when we say cervical cancer, we are basically talking about cancer of the cervix. And so maybe some people don't even know what exactly the cervix is, but generally most people know what the womb is. That is where the baby usually develops when a woman is pregnant. That is where the baby is. So the lowermost part of the womb, that is the cervix. Usually when a woman is in labor, we make references to the cervix by saying, oh, maybe she's 1 centimeter dilated, 10 centimeters, all those things. We're talking about the cervix. So if you have cancer in that region, then we say you have cervical cancer.
Wow.
And so there are so many stages of cervical cancer. The cancer may be limited to just the cervix. Even before the cancer becomes cancerous, we have some changes on the cervix that warrant prompt intervention. And so if you're able to pick those things up early, that's the precancerous lesions. If you pick them up early, you can intervene and then cancer doesn't occur. But then if the cancer occurs, we have about 4 stages. So we have the first stage, the second stage, the third stage, the fourth stage. If you are getting to the fourth stage, and it means that the disease has even spread to other parts of your body. And so treatment becomes problematic, and usually we just manage, which we call it supportive therapy. So we just manage your symptoms as best as we can till we finally go to be with the Lord.
Yeah. We still haven't found exactly what causes other cancers, but with cervical cancer, I guess we do.
Yes.
With cervical cancer, we do know. Please tell us what causes cervical cancer.
So with cervical cancer, the main cause, over 80% of the cancers are caused by infection. Yes, cancers are not usually caused by infection, but with cervical cancer, it's mainly infection with the human papilloma virus, abbreviated to HPV. So you may see HPV virus. Yes, so that's a human papilloma virus. We have a lot of subtypes, but a persistent infection with the HPV virus will lead to cervical cancer.
Cervical cancer. The other day, we were talking about how people or young girls get to find themselves in this position of contacting that HPV virus. You want to break that down for us this morning medically? Okay. So that you don't think that what you're saying is inappropriate, but whatever you'd say medically is accepted this morning.
Okay.
So for a young girl who does not understand how you even get that HPV virus, what does it? Can you paint a picture to us?
So, the HPV is a sexually transmitted infection, basically. And so you get it through sexual intercourse. If you're having sex, if you're sexually active, then the probability of you acquiring this HPV is very high. It's believed that it is very common in our population. So it's just like catching a cold. If you're sexually active, most likely you would have had an HPV infection. Just that the body is able to get rid of it as time goes on. Usually within 2 years, your body could have cleared the HPV infection from your system. But if this HPV infection persists, so usually we say that persistent HPV infection is what will lead to cervical cancer. So usually, and also for young girls, their cervix, so when I say young girls, people undergoing puberty or even pre-pubertal girls, their cervix is not mature. In the adult woman, your cervix is more mature and has a high resistance against the HPV. But in young girls, they don't have that. So the probability of them getting it is higher than in the young adults.
Yeah. Someone would ask you at that age, what is your business having sex? But realities on the ground is that some young girls are exposed to sex a bit early, whether it's of their own doing or being sexually harassed. Now, if you find out that you have the HPV virus, what are the treatments for that so that it does not become cancerous? And if you do not treat it, you just told us that it would lead to cervical cancer. But what are the phases of the HPV virus that could lead to that?
Okay. So not every HPV infection would lead to cervical cancer.
Okay.
So we say that there are some high-risk subtypes of the HPV. So HPV, we have so many, more than even 100 subtypes. So the subtypes are like species. We have so many of them. Some of them cause other diseases. But the high-risk ones, for example, we have HPV subtype 16, 18. These ones can cause cervical cancer. But even infection with these subtypes does not always lead to cervical cancer. So generally, when you have HPV infection, we don't do much about it because your immune system will get rid of it. But we can still give you the vaccines. Vaccine doesn't fight the infection. It just helps to prevent you from getting the infection. If you have the infection, we have different subtypes. The vaccines also contain different subtypes, so it still protects you against the other subtypes of HPV. I don't know if you understand what.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the only remedy for the HPV virus is the vaccine, or we have other treatment.
No, so the vaccine is not treatment.
It's not treatment.
It just helps to protect.
Okay.
So if you get HPV infection, HPV infection on its own does not warrant treatment. We do not treat HPV infection. Yes.
So how does it go?
And that is why we talk about screening. So in terms of the management of cervical cancer, preventing cervical cancer, the first step is vaccination. And then the next step is regular screening. And that's why we are always talking about doing your pap smears regularly.
So when you have discovered the HPV, what do you then do? Because I'm like, yo.
Yeah, so your body will fight the infection. The screening,
on its own?
Yes. And then the screening is there to pick up precancerous lesions. So if there are changes on your cervix, we pick them up early and then we intervene before any cervical cancer.
Wow.
Exactly.
The strategy this year would be what exactly, marketing team?
Well, we are saying at Airport Women's Hospital, as stated on the flyer, we are saying catch the signs early, like she said, come for the treatment, come and check yourself, please come. And we are one of the best, so we have the facility, we are the facility, have all the mechanisms and all the tools and whatever it takes for you to know your status. Yes. So please come get yourself checked. Come, okay. Yes.
All right. Do we have social media platforms that we could follow for updates on whether, how to be a part of this? And are we paying the screening that you are shouting that we should come? Are we paying? Because it's just January, guys.
Well,
are we paying for it?
of course, you pay for it.
Okay.
You pay for it. So
Yes,
you can go
because
to our
nobody has
social
sent you to go and do the things that you are doing.
Well, you can call.
I'm sorry. Because I think I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. And I was like, if you don't know and go and carry some situation out of, stubbornness, nobody has sent you there. You deal with it on your own. And don't hope for people's pity, because that's not gonna happen. So if you're not supposed to be having sex at that age and you are, the responsibility or the onus lies on you to be responsible enough, be accountable enough to take such steps. So Airport Women's Hospital is telling us that come get screened. But what is it like a special day that we're doing it, or you can walk in every single day?
So January, like I said,
Yeah.
is the awareness for cervical cancer.
Yeah.
World Health Organization has endorsed it everywhere. So we are just saying we are joining in the awareness, saying that come and get the best of treatment. You know, you are assured when you are assured of results that are genuine.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, that's what you're saying. So come get yourself checked.
Okay.
Get screened.
Indeed. So come get checked at Airport Women's Hospital this January. It's a great place to start from, right?
Yeah.
It's a new year, doc.
Yeah.
It's a new year. For stubborn patients like myself, please speak to us quickly before we wrap up this conversation.
Okay. I also want to chip in that although January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, I mean, we are always doing pap smears. It's not only in January that you can do your pap smears. And then, I mean, there are some people who usually set a day aside every year to do regular. Some people do it on their birthdays. I think that including a pap smear as a female is very important. Instead of just going to do regular labs, people do their liver functions. There's a whole lot of other things yearly. So pap smear this year, add it to your yearly labs. It's very important.
We'll go and sit down there and you say it's uncomfortable. Don't let me say things here. Go and get your pap smear done. Go and get that done. Go and get that done. Before I met Airport, before I got admitted at Airport Women's Hospital, I used to go to a hospital somewhere, and it was a gentleman that was my gynae at the time. And it was always very comfortable to get my pap smeared, and it was always very uncomfortable, like very, very uncomfortable. And then one time he just blasted me, like, yo, Mims, would you, this was something I'm doing, you get yourself, together, knowing your status. I can't say misbehave. If it was the rest, no, you and your boss can go and deliberate on that one. But yes, any numbers to call, social media handles to follow.
Yes, please. So when you go to Instagram, Facebook, Airport Women's Hospital, and you can call our numbers on.
Okay, 0302736 is 0302736 or 054 054 It's also Airport Women's Hospital on all social media platforms, but on X it's AWH Ghana. AWH Ghana on X. Do join the community online. But this month, ladies and gentlemen, especially the ladies, go and get checked. By the way, the HPV virus is not only in women.
Yeah.
So the men too, you not get cervical cancer, but you get another cancer. So go and get checked as well. It's very important. If you've decided to live a certain life, it's only wise to take care of yourself. Doc and Viv, thank you so much for coming, and I will see you 12 o'clock. 12, I'll be there. I'll be there to do my check. I promise.
All
Today
right.
is the day.
Expecting you.
These cravings I'm getting this morning is not very wise. But you out there, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I'm encouraging you to get checked today. My ladies, get in here. Let's do this for ourselves. Part of self-care is not just the skincare or the right foods to eat. It's good, but go get yourself checked. It's January. We're still in the first part of the year. Go and get checked. Airport Women's Hospital is a place I am recommending. Pass through, get checked, and live a very healthy life, okay? Well, that's it. I have a big one coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I start my years. The past 3 years, I have started this year, for the past 3 years, I started this show with this wonderful woman. And this year, I'm blessed again to sit with her. We'll be right back after this as I bring you my surprise for this morning.